Hi, my name is Noel Davis with Vermicompost, and here's our week 20 bin update. And so it's been 20 weeks here. We're going to see how the bin's doing. We added a lot of food last time. We had some fruit flies, but not too many. And we're going to just take a look and see how things are going, and maybe add some more food depending on what we find in the bin. So let's go to the bin. All right, here's our bin. Okay, there's a good amount of moisture on the top here. There's actually a couple worms on the top, a couple little baby worms too, which are good. I don't know if you can see these right here, but there's a couple baby worms right here, which are really small. There's actually some worms on the top, worms on the bin right here. There's some one over here, over here. So this is looking really nice right now. I mean, it shows that they're moving around. There's a lot of new, you can tell these, well, you can't tell over there, right here on the top here, there's a lot of the worm castings that are there. So they are working on this bin. I did see a fruit fly on the floor. I don't know if it's from this bin though. I'm not seeing any in this bin right now. So alright, let's just start digging through here a little bit. See what we find here. There's a good mix of material on the top. As far as lots of there's cardboard, and then there's also castings or composted material. It's not just cardboard on the top, which I think is always the best when you have kind of a mix. You want them to be able to go anywhere in the bin. If it's really dry, they won't be able to. If it's really wet, they might gravitate towards specific areas. All right, the burlap is really starting to come apart now. And you can see right there, this is all composted. I mean, that's almost all castings now. Here's a piece actually of banana peel right here, I can see. So see if any worms are right on it here. So we can dig it up here. I'm not seeing any worms on it really. A couple fell out, but not many in the banana peel. We added quite a bit of food to different areas of the bin last time, but I'm definitely seeing. Let's put this guy back in there. Okay, there's a little bit of another banana peel right here. I'm not seeing many worms on the banana peels though. I expected to find a little, some more worms than this, but they might be underneath it. Sometimes they go underneath it where the liquid will soak into the cardboard. I'm seeing a few, but not many. I'm not seeing, like, sometimes when I see, okay, at the bottom here, there's more actually. So sometimes when you have something like this, you dig it up, find a huge pile of worms like right underneath it, where the juices are kind of, but you can see some worms in here, but not nearly as many as I thought. I thought there'd be a lot more in here, so I'm going to put that back down in there and cover it up really well to prevent fruit flies. So I'm going to cover that back up. Actually, we'll put the burlap on top there. I am seeing worms here, so there's more worms right here, which is good. I mean, the bin looks very healthy right now. I'm not seeing the fruit flies that we had before, but I am seeing worms, and they're just spread all throughout the bin. Actually, there's more. They just dug down right here. I can't remember what we had right here. It looks like this might be a pocket of food right here that we had too. There's a bunch of worms, but again, see, they're sort of matted in the material. So we can zoom in here a little bit. It's going to be right here. See right here, there's a bunch of worms, and they're sort of in the material here. I don't know what this was that was here, but they're really stuck in it, which is I find that a lot. They like to dig into something and they get trapped in it, and then you will find them later. Actually, there's even more right here. Let me move that down just a little bit. Right here, there's even more worms in here. So we are seeing some population growth here, which is good. So, considering the bin was really, at one point, seemed very, very low on worms, we're starting to see more and more. I'm seeing some down in here. It's a little bit wet. It's a good moisture content, probably down lower than on the top of the bin. Now, I don't have any. We are going to add some food. It looks like the only thing I could find was those banana peels, which sometimes take a while to break down, but I tend to add more food to my bins than most people probably would. I like mine to have a lot of food. I don't want them to run out, but I add small doses of food. So this time we're just going to add some mango peels and some shavings from a cucumber, You know, these are frozen. I haven't chopped them up or anything. So we're just gonna dump all this in here. There's a couple little pieces of celery in there too. That's all frozen. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover that up again, just like we did before. You know, just to get everything in there and let the worms work through it. Oh, actually, there's a whole bunch of worms right here. So it looks like they're really working on this burlap right now. I mean, so it must have just hit that point where they're really digging into it, because there's a whole lot of nice healthy worms in here. Let's see if I can get one out. No, I can't get them out because they're so matted in here. But this looks like a fairly healthy bin right now. No fruit flies. It's not overly damp. It's not overly dry. You know, there's still, as I said, there's a little bit of moisture on this lid, but it's not caked on. It's not like it's dripping like I've had before. Where, you know, sometimes I'll take off the lid and I'll you know, it's to the point where it's running off like a waterfall off the lid. As soon as you tilt it to the side, it all runs onto the floor and things like that. So it's not that, but there is some moisture on it, which is good. Which means that this has a little bit of excess moisture, but not too much. So the bin looks very good right now. So that's our week 20 update. I hope you enjoyed it. So we added some food, checked out to see if anything else is in here, and we're going to kind of put it back the way it was, and hopefully we'll still have no fruit fly issues. All right? So that's our update for this week. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.